Good afternoon, sports fans. It's a beautiful day here at the Beer Keggers Stadium where they're hosting the Moonstars. We've got a few lineup changes today. A lot of the Yummy Brains crew's back. We'll go over them as they come out. Chris Dirtbagus is first pitching for the Beer Keggers, and Rusty Bustum will be first at bat for the Moonstars. Herbert Hackman is up on deck.
Now batting.
So we get the play ball call from the ump, and Dirtbagus is on the mound facing first at bat, first baseman. First one goes foul. Here's the pitch, number 2. He's going to hit that one, also foul, out into the stands. A little bit of spitting sunflower seeds or whatever. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he definitely had some sort of sneeze there. Dirtbagus did, as he sends that third pitch in. That goes right out to Reliable at center. He's going to pull that one in. Out number 1, one away.
Now batting, number 22, the second
And the blonde bomber, Herbert Hackman, 316 average. Well, he's up next. 51 gets the call, sends the ball. It sends the pitch in just a little bit high for a ball. That looked like it was in the strike zone. And here's the next pitch. That one's going to get smashed out again to Reliable. He'll just toss it into second. It's a base hit for the blonde bomber.
Now batting.
His brother Gustafsson. Did we play these guys before? They seem a little familiar to me. The players do anyways. Whoa! Well, Sidewinder dove for that. Oh, no. So we're having all kinds of issues here. We're going home. We'll throw that out to third and hold him up there.
Now batting.
So Dirty Kurt couldn't reach down and grab it. Must have been quite a bend for him with his bad back. And Sidewinder, instead of jumping, decided to dive for it. Kapowi's on first, by the way. You got Big Sauces on second today. That's Big Slick Balls Deep and right there. In left outfielding, who just caught that one.
Now batting.
Shortstop is KungfuBeer, and third base today will be fielded by Nail Clipper Flipper. In the outfield, we got Balls Deep, as you just saw, catch in left. Reliable in center, and Dirty Kurt is out in right field to complete the lineup, except for the catcher, of course. And we all know that that's Barbarian. That's Frogman Barbarian catcher. That gets popped up. It's going pretty far. Looks like Kurt might have it. He certainly does. Out number 3. And the Moonstars did pull a run in, and the Beer Keggers, with their first at the bat, is sending Big Slick Balls Deep up first. Big Sauce is on deck. Balls Deep, 623 average, 6 homers, 22 RBIs. He's jacked right now and fit. He is ready to do something. And that something is going to be a foul ball. He's going to smash that just past the pitcher out to center, so he'll get on first base for a single. And that's going to bring up Big Sauce out of the batter box, up to the plate, 571, 1 homer, 16 RBIs. He's also feeling pretty good. He had a day off while he was recovering from an injury. That goes right past third, out to left, puts Balls on second and Big Sauce on first. So that's two up and 2 on.
The first base.
And we're going to bring 524 Sidewinder Kapowi, who's moved to first from catcher today. She's going to hit that just past second base. That looks like a double for her. And we got 2 runners coming in. One coming in home, or 2 coming in home. Total 2 runs scored for Kapowi, who gets a double on that one. And those RBIs are credited. 493 average for Nail Clipper Flipper. No outs. That one goes out past. Wow. So 50-50 got on first. Sidewinder's on third. That one just out of the reach of the shortstop who went diving for it. And 554 average, 19 RBIs. Reliable's up, and hopefully it's not like the last game. Well, It's looking like it might be. All right. So we probably could have got Sidewinder in home there.
Now batting.
But it's not easy with multiple runners on.
The catcher.
So Reliable pops out in center. Frogman Barbarian, our catcher. He checked that one, so that's ball number 1. That one goes right to short. Snags it out of the air.
Now batting.
And that Kapawi gets back just in time to third to be safe. The runner on first and third, 2 away. And our pitcher, Chris Dirt Baggis, is up. He lets the first one go right over the plate for strike number 1. That one comes in about the same distance, just a little bit lower, ball 1. That one he likes. He hits the hell out of that one. And that one goes just shy of the wall. He gets a double. He gets back on second, and he pulls 2 runs in for a total of 4 runs now for the Beer Keggers at the bottom of the first with 2 away. Dirty Kurt 622's up. Runner on second. Big Sauce is on, Dirtbaggis is up on second. He lets that one go for a strike on the inside. That he hits the third base, and the wheels will keep on spinning as he arrives there as the rest of the team's already in the dugout getting ready to come up to bat. Windy Wheels is the first one who grabs the bat. Dirtbaggis is still pitching. And Beer Keggers take the field with 4 runs scored at the bottom of the first.
Number 11, the center fielder.
So 143 and just pitiful records facing Dirtbaggis right now. Windy Wheels, their center fielder. And Dirtbaggis winds up, sends that pitch in. That goes out to Big Slick at left field.
Now batting, number 10.
And it's an easy out. 255, 0 home runs, and 3 RBIs. Lackey Luster, their catcher, may have heard some things behind the plate. He's going to send that first one foul. Dirtbaggis winds up. That's on the inside for a ball. That was a quickie. A little bit on the inside. That catches him swinging. We're now at 2-2 with 1 away. He taps that one. That goes out to Dirtbaggis, picks it up, slams it on the first. Powey pulls that in. Out number 2.
Number 44.
Rodney Park, 200, average 1 homer and 2 RBIs facing Chris Dirtbaggis. Here's the pitch. Gets popped right out to Reliable at center. He's going to toss that all the way to first. Hopefully didn't dislocate his arm again. And the runner safe at first with 2 away. 143 average, no homers, no RBIs. Alshia Woodrow, I guess that's how you say it. Their pitcher. 2 outs. Runner on first. Dirtbaggis sends that one. That one's going foul, and Nail Clipper gave up chasing that one down. Lets it hit the ground. So that would be a strike. And here's the next pitch. Catches are swinging. So now we're at 2 strikes, no balls, 2 outs. And catches are swinging for the final out. The top of the second. No runs were scored by the Moonstars. And the Beer Keggers have an opportunity up the bottom of the lineup. KungfuBeer, Mr. Home Run, is first at bat. Top of the lineup with back to balls. He'll be up on deck.
Now batting, number 71, the shortstop.
So Beer's a shortstop with no short of homers this season. Lets the first one go strike over the plate. That one he smashes out. That's not going home run, but that will put him on second base for a double. Potentially he'll round second, and he holds back up at second. He may have been able to make a triple out of that, but that's fine. He'll take a double. He's not gritty. His brother, Big Slick Balls, who got a single in his last at-bat, is now up. That sends out to left. And they're going to try to stop all runners on. So you got split runners now. The brothers are on separate bases, first and third. With Big Sauce, who also got a single, is now up. That one goes out to center. Center's going to get that one. And then there's an error there. So we get one that goes back to first. Okay, Balls is back on first. Makes sense because that's where he came from. And Beer runs in for a score. Now Kapowi's up with Balls on first, one away. That one goes foul. There's a heck of a curveball. That's going out to right. That's going to be a double. And Balls is running in. Kapowi barely gets to second. Balls comes in. Kapowi holds up on second. So that is another RBI for Kapowi.
The third baseman.
Flipper's up with Kapowi on second. Flipper sends out in the hole. That's another base hit. That's a double, I would say. Kapowi turns the corner, slowly makes her way to the plate as Nell Clipper Flipper eventually makes it to second.
Now batting number 73, the center.
Hinky, Cuddle Hinky, 19 RBIs. He got out, popped out in his last at bat, and he's going to hit that one. That's going back. Everybody go back to second. Nail Clipper, get there. Jeez Louise. Probably should have told him about 10 minutes before the ball was hit to start going back to second so he'd make it. Next up is our catcher, Frogman Barbarian. He's going to punch that right off the ground. That gets aired out. He doesn't have the speed to make it to first. So at the bottom of the second, the Beer Keggers throw another 3 up on the board. And the Moonstars with 1 6-point deficit send Rusty Bustum, who's 0 for 1 today, up to the plate. It's the top of the batting order for them.
Now batting number 27.
Dirk Baggis is still pitching at the top of the third here. He's looking pretty healthy so far. And here's his windup. That one goes right over third and then curves out of bounds. So that's going to be considered a strike. That's strike number 2 as he steps and swings and catches nothing but air. That one gets in. Beer's all over. Oh, Beer does some sort of interesting jump through the air. The ball goes right underneath him. Acrobatics is not something that he's known for. So he misses that one. Puts the air, sends the runner on to first base. No outs. Now we have a strike for Herbert Hackman, the blonde bomber. He's going to reach down. He's going to pick that one up, throw it in the air. Kurt's all over it. He'll send that one out to first just to hold the runner there. There's now 1 away. And his brother Gustafson's up now, Gustafson, who did get on base with a double. His last at bat. I believe that was the error that Kurt couldn't pick up off the ground. All right, well, Big Sauce ain't even going to try jumping for that one. Motter grabs that and sends it to second. So now there's 2 runners on, 1 away. Dale Nail's up. 214 average, no homers, 3 RBIs. Nail is the right fielder for the Moonstars. First one curves over the plate for a strike. Nail took a look at that one. He let it go, but that one he got a piece of and sent it foul. That's 2 fouls now. So 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 runners on. That catches him looking. It crosses the corner of the inside of the plate, and that is a strike number 3, bringing up Ruffy Slaps. He's going to get caught swinging on that one. And that's 2 in a row that he's swinging for, and he can't quite get it. That one he gets. Okay, that's Beer. Catches the 3rd one out. No runs scored at the top of the 3rd. They hold at 1. Beer Keggers with a 6-point lead bring Chris Dirk Baggis, our pitcher, up to bat, who got a double at his last at bat.
Now batting, number 51.
Facing number 19, Woodrow. He's going to hit that one right out the center, so that's going to be a nice and easy base hit for Chris Dirk Baggis. Dirty Kurt's up next. He got out on his last. He didn't have the speed to make it to first, but he did bring in 1 run or 2 maybe. That's going out to right. right. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. So it looked like he pulled that one out of the air, but apparently it hit the ground. And Chris was seeing what I was seeing, so he didn't advance. Beer almost knocks off the pitcher's head. And he makes it to first.
Now batting, number 74, the left
And
field.
Kurt's on second. So you got 2 runners on, 1 out. Balls is up. He hits that right down. The first baseman. Okay, they're airing like crazy. I guess they're getting tired or something. So 2 away. The runners made it back to base, first and second. And Big Sauce is up. Big Sauce hits it out in the hole. That's good. They're running for it. That's going to we're going to try to get 2 runs in. All right. Second runner makes it in. That's 2 more runs scored for the Beer Keggers. Powey's up. Runner on second, 2 away. 545 average. That goes out to center. That's going to be a base hit. Powey's on first. May have been able to get balls in, or Big Sauce in, I should say, because balls came in right behind Beer. Flipper's up. He's going to hit that now the hole, too. That's a simple base hit for him with the runner scored. And the Beer Keggers keep putting points up on the board.
Now batting number 73, the center field.
Motter, who hasn't been able to get on base today, in 2 bats. He sends the first one foul. 2 runners on, 2 outs. He's going to let that one go on the inside for ball number 1. That one he sends just past shortstop. He finally gets on base. Bases are loaded. 2 away. And the Beer Keggers send up Mr. Cleanup Man, Frogman, Barbarian Man. Did 3 homers and 8 RBIs, 600 average. So if anybody can do it, hopefully he can. He throws it right past the pitcher, almost knocks out some teeth. And Kapowie, about 20 minutes later, crosses the home plate, leaving all the other runners on base. Still bases loaded. Dirt Baggins, who got out his last at bat, has an opportunity. That ain't going nowhere, though. Oh, it's going to drop. It's going to drop. He gets on base. RBI. 2 RBI run for Chris Dirt Baggins. Now Dirty Kurt's up. 13 now the Beer Keggers have. Dirty Kurt swings low and sends that one off foul. That's going to curve over the plate for strike number 2, 2 away, 2 runners on. Kurt hits that over third baseman's head. He gets on first. And now bases are once again loaded with 2 away. Now here's Mr. Homer, who has not got a homer yet. If he were to get one now, that's called a grand slam with bases loaded. He reaches up, he tips that. That is not going anywhere but the glove of the center fielder. So 3 outs, bases loaded, and the Beer Keggers are done with 6 runs scored at the bottom of the 3rd. The Moonstars are bringing Windy Wheels back up to the plate, 0 for 1 so far, and Lackey Lester, who's also 0 for 1, is on deck.
Now batting number 11, the center
Windy
field.
Wheels is feeling a little tense with a 140 average, no homers, no RBIs. Dirt Baggins is not feeling a little tense, as he has been pitching now for the 4 innings he's been out here. Big Sauce jumps for it, doesn't quite get to it, and we got to see who makes it to pick it up, send it to Beer on second. So that's a base hit. Big Sauce, if he hadn't have jumped for it and touched it, it would have still went the same direction. So at least we'll give him props for that effort, because that was a heck of an effort on that. That one went ball number 1. Here's the pitch. That goes to Beer. He's going to fire it off to second. That's safe, and both runners are safe. That ball just kind of tipped and dribbled past the pitcher. Beer had to pick it up, and he had to turn around. Didn't quite get there in time. So 2 runners on, no outs. Sauce jumps. Sauce doesn't make it. That pitch comes in, or that Dirty Kurt throws it home to Barbarian at catcher to stop the runners with bases loaded, no outs. So it looks like the arm of Chris Dirtbagus is getting a little tired, so I think we're going to go ahead and thank him for his duties. We haven't had Baseman in a while. Baseman is ready to go. Baseman with his wide selection of pitches there, all three of them. Two of them fastballs and a curveball. Sends the first one, strike number one. That comes in on the inside. Or what does it say, arm? Oh, is that Frogman's arm? So Dirtbaggers was still good. I misunderstood what that meant. That's going to be strike number two. 2-2. Catches are swinging for the third strike and the first out. So now we got Rusty Bustum, 200 and no homers. I didn't notice. So Frogman's arm's getting a little bit bigger, or better there, slightly, as long as he doesn't have to throw it. That's going to be strike number one. He swung before Baseman let go of the ball. That one goes to, oh, what is going on? Please, what is going on, guys? So Baseman got lost, and then Beers, or whoever's, I think it was Big Sausage behind him, didn't know what to do. And so they scored a run. That one's getting punched. That's a deep, deep ball. That's gone. No, it's not. No, it's not. There's hope. So Hinkie throws it off to third, and 2 runs come in because of the amount of speed that was lost by having to throw it at 4 miles to third base instead of second. So that's another error on the Beer Keggers. That's going to be on the inside for ball number one away. Okay, that's great. That's in the hole. Beer goes jumping for something. We're throwing it all the way home. Of course we are. Why would we not? Thanks, Sidewinder, for not picking it up.
Now batting, number 16.
So you'd think the computer would see the ball rolling by its feet and it would reach down and pick up the ball. But no, it goes, you didn't throw it to me, you meant to throw it home, so we'll let it go by me and roll all the way home. Well, more runs are scored. So now, Beer Keggers lost their significant lead. They now only have a 7-run lead. That Beer couldn't quite pull that one up. He's going to throw it. Motter's going to throw it to second. Another run comes in. 6-point lead now for the Beer Keggers is dwindling away.
Number 47.
Raffy Slaps is up next. He's not having a great day. Just like the Beer Keggers fielding. Oh, that was close. Balls picks it up, fires it off to second. The runner is already there and holds the runner on second. So two bases are low, or we got 2 runners on with 1 away. And the Moonstars are slowly creeping up on the scoreboard there. Beer's going to pick that one up, fires it second, tries to get it to first, does not make it in time. So Big Sauce fired it off, and it's just a little too slow, which is fine. We got 1 away. Runner on first and third. That's going to be on the inside for ball number 1. All right, they had a steal, or they attempted a steal, but the foul ball sent them back. They're stealing again. And they're going to be safe all day as Frogman's arm is a little on the sore side. Going to throw that a little low. 2-2, 2 away. As Baseman tries to end this inning with no more damage. Catches him swinging, throws the bat, completely upset, and that's it. Top of the 4th. The Moonstars had a Beer Kegger inning with 6 runs scored. And Brandon Balls, top of the order, is up first for the Beer Keggers at the bottom of the 4th.
Now
Big Sauce is going to be on deck.
74, the left field.
So Balls is 2 for 3 today. Here's his first pitch. He's going to curve over the plate. Oh, he swings a little early on that. 2 strikes. He's going to hit that one. He just got a piece of it. Sends it out to center field, which is just enough to get him on first. in time to rest before Big Sauce comes to the plate. 2 for 2 today, and he's going to try to help balls come on in. And that might do it if we got to get... Oh, no, go. Keep going, Balls. Balls is coming in. He's going to come in hot. He's there, and Sauce gets a triple RBI.
Number 13.
It was kind of confusing because Balls thought he was going to get caught, went over the head. Kapowi's going to kapow that one out. That's going to be out of the park. So Kapowi gets a homer. 50-50, 418 feet, first home run of the season, and 13th RBI, bringing Big Sauce in for a score of 2 added after Big Sauce was the first one in. So 3 so far as Nail Clipper Flipper's up. Lets the first one come on the inside, ball number 1. That's going to be a strike. He was relaxing on his back heels there. He hits that one. It was a curved ball, and he's not going to make it to first in time. So now Reliable, who hasn't been reliable in a few games, 1 for 3 so far today. He comes up. He hits that one way too early. That's going foul. That's going foul as he swung just a little bit too late. He hits that one out to second baseman, who Superman dives for it, and Motter just doesn't have the speed to make it to first in time. Frogman Barbarian, he's 1 for 3 today. He doesn't get a lot of time up on the box, unless he's behind it. He hits that out. Second baseman dives for it again, and this time he misses it. So Berryman makes it over to first base. So you got Barbarian on first, and up next is our new pitcher, Poulan baseman. Right past third. I'm surprised third didn't get it. Baseman's passing first, headed to second, and we got Big Red headed home. I don't know if he's going to make it. He slides in. Oh, and baseman slides into third for a triple.
Batting number 69, the right fielder.
Next, we got Dirty Kurt back up. 2 outs. And he's going to hit that one right into the hole, so that's going to pull a run in. He's going to make it to first. Oh, he's going to keep going because the center fielder wasn't able to get it. So I don't know how long it's going to take Dirty Kurt to get there. He finally just made it after shopping at Walmart. And they didn't have any bags, so he kept on going and made it to third. Here's KungfuBeer back up. He's going to punch that one. That's got some distance to it. And Mr. Home Run lives up to his name once again. First home run of this game, and the league leader in home runs with 11 and 36 RBIs is adding 2 more runs to the score. His brother Balls is up next. He lets that first one go a little high, ball 1. He likes that one. He punches that out. It's not going out, but it's going to be at least a double. As he comes in, he spikes up on... No, he stays standing as he walks into second. So that's a double for Balls with 2 away. The Beer Keggers seem to not do much until there's 2 outs, and then they decide to get their heads out of their butts, and they send Big Sauce to show them how to do it. He sends it out to right field. He gets on first. Balls is on third. Whoever the heck we're playing, they throw the ball down to home plate because they didn't want another run scored on them, the Moonstars. Here's Kapowi. Kapowi right to third. Typical. We're out. Now at the bottom of the 4th, the lead that dwindled away is now added to by 1 more, so they pull in 7 at the bottom of the 4th to make the total 7-20. The Moonstars are sending Park back up, who's 2 for 2 today. And now it's time to either do defense or give as many errors away as possible. We're going to find out right now as baseman winds up. Sends that in over to Beer, who picks it up, slams it off to first. Powie pulls it in, out number 1.
Now batting, number 9.
Alicia Woodrow. Now that I can read it. Alicia Woodrow is up. Baseman winds up. Sends that in underneath baseman's legs. Reliable picks it up, sends it to Beer on second. It's So that's a single for Alicia.
Now batting,
Bustum.
27,
Bustum's back 2
the
for
first
3.
baseman.
And we got to look at some of the... I keep seeing stuff that says somebody about somebody's arm is tired. And I know Frogman's arm is tired. We might have to substitute him pretty soon, especially if we get the Moonstars start stealing on the Beer Keggers. We'll have to figure out how to fix that. Kind of hard to have no more catchers. We'll have to do a double substitute. Maybe put Kapowie in the catchers behind the plate and put Woodsman back on first. So they reached for that one, Bustum did, and he busted it out. Foul ball. 1-2. That one gets tapped off the Beer, who picks it up, sends it to second, and they're not going to get a double. They got a double play. Holy cow. Top of the 5th with that speedy double play. Moonstars have no run scored. The Beer Keggers miraculously got that double play, and now Flipper is going to be up first.
Now batting, number 99, the third baseman.
All right, so Nail punches that out. That's going to go out between left and center. And Nail Clipper eventually makes it to second base.
Now batting, number 73.
Mater Hinkey's up now. He's 1 for 4 today. And he swings high for that one. That tips backwards foul. That's going to come in on the high side. I'm glad he didn't hit that. That's a ball. He does swing at that one. It's a little bit lower. That also goes foul. That's on the outside for 2-2. No outs. He waits for that curveball to come in. All right, so Clipper saw that one going in. He was almost to third, and he decided he better start turning around and head back now because that's a 2-hour trip, and he made it just in time. Frogman Barbarian's up next as the pitching changes. He tips that one off foul. One away. That goes out in the hole out the center. So that'll be a base hit for him. And now Clipper decided against, or at least the running coaches did not signal him to go because they knew it was quite a distance to make with the ball coming in. Here's Baseman. Baseman sends it out in the hole. It drops in before center. Baseman gets a single and RBI.
Now batting, number 69, the right fielder.
Here's Dirty Kurt. Lets that first one, it just grazes the inside of the plate for strike. He punches that one. That's going to drop in the same beautiful spot there. And Mater heads back to third, thinking he didn't want to run into home plate there. So here's Beer. Bases loaded, 1 out. Beer sends the first one. He tips it on the edge of his bat foul. That goes out to the right fielder. Everybody's headed back. So Beer's out, 2 away. Bases are loaded.
Now batting, number 74.
Big Slick's up.
Left field.
He's jacked. He's ready to do something here. That something turned out to be a foul ball. Here's the next pitch. Ooh, that had a bounce to it. So that will bring a run in for Big Slick. He gets on base. Bases remain loaded as Big Sauce, second baseman.
The second baseman.
He's now at the plate. 2 away. He swings way too early at that floater and sends it foul. That goes right into the second baseman's mitt. So the blonde Viking there at second pulls it in. So at the bottom of the 5th with bases loaded, the Beer Keggers only pulled in 2 runs, but that extends their lead to 22. With 7, the Moonstars bring up, well, that's the blonde Viking there, Herbert Hackman, who just caught that last one out of the air. He'll be up first, facing Baseman. That catches the corner of the plate. Strike number 1. Here's the next pitch. He's going to swing at that. And Big Sauce picks it up off the ground, sends it over to Kapowie. And that's it. Here comes the Blonde Vikings brother, Gustafsson. Such a hard name to pronounce sometimes. I don't know why. My lips stick together when I try to say it. Here's the first pitch for him. Goes out foul over the first base. That catches the corner as well for strike number 2. Here's the third pitch. And he's going to get a hold of that. Sauce dives for it, can't quite get to it, so it goes out to center where Reliable picks it up, sends it off to second base, holding the runner at first. Now we got Dale Nail back up.
Number 16, the right field.
1 for 3 today. Facing the baseman. So he's going to reach down. He's going to pull that pitch up, pop it up high. Ball's deep's all over that. He's going to pick it up at left and send it into second base. Raffy snaps.
Number 47, the
1 for 3. No homers, but he does have an RBI. Low average. He's going to send that out into the hole. Mater's going to have to pick that one up and send it to second. The runner's already there. So that's 2 away and a runner on first and second.
Now batting.
It's kind of where the Beer Keggers start falling apart, so they're going to have to pay attention if they want to maintain defense. Here's baseman. Sends the first one right in the middle of the plate. Strike number 1. That's going to go super fast to the inside for ball number 1. All right, so now we got Kurt who's standing out there. It goes right into his mitt. That's the third out. At the top of the 6th, the Moonstars were unable to score any runs. The Beer Keggers are up now with Kapowie coming to the plate, who does have a homer today with an RBI and 4 for 5 total.
Now batting, number 13.
So the average is going up on 50-50. Now 533. Here's Kapowie. Hits the first one foul into the dugout. Lets that one go right over the plate. Strike 2. Swings and hits that one right into the Blonde Viking over there.
Now batting,
So that's out number 1 as Nail Clipper Flipper is thinking about his run that's going to take him forever to get. First one curves in, strike number 1. That's going to be on the outside for ball number 1. He swings into that one. The first baseman dives for it, doesn't quite get it. Nail Clipper knows to stop at first because that's just a long trip to second.
Now batting, number 73, the center field.
Here's Reliable. He's reliably getting out. Here's his first pitch. He's going to let that one go. It's just a little low. Ball number 1. He hits that, almost knocks off the pitcher's head. He's on first base, at where he'll turn and realize Nail Clipper's still there on second, so he can't advance.
Now batting,
He'll hang out.
27,
Frogman Barbarian, who's having about a 50-50 day today. He's up now. Punches that down first baseman, right into the mitt. And if it just had a little bit more height, it probably would have been a perfect base hit, and but it wasn't. So 2 away, runner on first and second, baseman's up. He pops that one up. That's not going anywhere except out at center. So 3 away, no run scored for the Keggers. The top of the 7th, the Moonstars are bringing Lackey Lester up to the plate, who's 0 for 3 today.
Now batting,
So here we go,
number
240
10,
average, no homers,
the catcher.
3 RBIs. But that never means anything, you know, because they can just get a hold of it and pop it right out. Or they can let it go by for strike number 1. We're going to pop up that one. That goes over to Nail Clipper, who fires it off the first in time for out number 1.
Now batting, number 44.
Rodney Park's up next. 233 average for Park. And they're going to just out of, oh, you see that? The umpire's getting in the way of Big Sauce, who could have dove for it, but he had to put his hand on the shoulder of the umpire to not knock him silly. Bert Bergender is going to be pinch hitted by Clyde Oliver with We got one out, a runner on first. That's going to be that's a little high. You can hear the audience the crowd starting to get a little silly there because they didn't agree that was a ball, but here we go. We're now 1 and 2 with one away. That's going to be high, so 2 and 2 is the count. That goes right through baseman's legs. He can't get down in time, and that goes out to Reliable, fires it off to second. So that's a base hit, putting a runner on first and second, 2 away. Rusty Bustum's up now, 2 and 4. So he's 50-50. Their first baseman, Big Sauce, on second. Beer at short, getting ready for the potential of steal. Well, that's out number 2, and out number 3 is the double play. Top of the 7th, no runs again scored for the Moonstars. The Beer Keggers are up with Dirty Kurt first, followed by the bottom of the order,
Now batting, number 69, the right fielder.
Kurt slides that down right down third base line. Beautiful hit for at least a double. I think he's going to hold up on second. Spikes up. And that's a double for Kurt.
Now batting,
Kung Fu Beer's up.
71, the shortstop.
His first pitch. He reaches up high, which he shouldn't have. It does tip that one. Lucky for him, it went out and nobody could get to it. That's going to go low, ball. He's going to hit that one out to center field. Not enough juice, so Kurt runs back to second. Beer's popped out.
Now batting,
That brings up balls deep
the left fielder.
with 1 away, and Kurt is on second. He swings just a little bit too late on that one. That goes foul. He lets that one come on the inside for ball number 1. That's going to second baseman, who's going to toss him out at first. Kurt's on third. Kurt's now in running or scoring
Now
position
batting, number 15,
with 2 outs. Big
the
Sauce is up.
second baseman.
Big Sauce sends that to second as well. He's out. No runs scored. And at the top of the 8th, the Moonstars have a, I don't know, it's like a 5, or no, it's more than that. It's a lot. 22 minus 7, whatever that is, because I can't think that quickly.
Now batting, number 22, the second baseman.
It's like a 15 point deficit. Here's the first pitch for Poulan, who can do math. And his math says that's a pop-up, and that's going out to outfield. They're fighting over it, and Motter is going to pull it in.
Now
So
batting,
Blonde Bomber
number
pops out.
23, the left fielder.
Gustafson comes in now. Try to do something with 1 away. That goes past Kapowie, who doesn't feel like diving for it. I don't blame her. And baseman's on first to back her up.
Now
Dale
batting,
Nell is
number
now up
16,
next. 1
the
for 4
right
today.
fielder.
And we got to get ready for a steal here. That goes down third baseline. Now Clipper jumps for it. He dives about a whole 8 inches and not able to pull it in. That one drops in for strike. So with 2 strikes, 1 out. This is Nail's chance to do something about that. He's going to tap in one that's a little on the inside. Goes right out to Hinkie, who sends it off to first. And now there's 2 outs.
Now
Slaps
batting,
is up 2
number
for 4
47,
today
the third
so
baseman.
far. There might be a steal coming as there's 2 away. The runner on first. He does smash that. Whoa, Beer jumps way too early. Balls jumps way too early. Reliable picks it up, sends it to third base, and the runner's headed home. So they'll hang on to it right there. We'll let them score 1. The Moonstars
Now
bring
batting,
a run in
number 11,
after
the
several
center
innings of
fielder.
no runs. And the diving team is not able to end it right there. Well, this one might, as Reliable turns around, comes in out number 3. But that 1 run scored, that puts them at 8. The Beer Keggers holding at 22. Send Kapowie up to the plate, who's 4 for 6 today. Does have a home run. Taylor McWills is the pitcher.
Now batting, number 13, the first baseman.
Kapowie's no stranger to the situation. And reaches up high and hits that one foul. Just shy of the crowd. That's going to go on the other side. He wants to make sure he distributes those. That goes past. Yep. So that lands just before the right fielder, and Kapowie gets a base hit.
Now batting, number 99.
Here's Flipper, who needs advanced running time. He's going to let that first one come in a little low, ball number 1. He's going to punch that one out. Sidewinder's already headed back to first. And that's 1 away. Now Clipper going back to the dugout.
Now batting, number 73.
Potter's 2 for 6 today. That's becoming Mr. Reliable there. He sends that to shortstop. That's hot in the air. Otherwise, it would have been a double play if it had hit the ground.
Now batting, number 27.
2 away.
The catcher.
Barbarian's up 3 for 6 today. 50-50 so far. He lets the first one come in the inside, a knee knocker, and lets it go. Ball number 1. That one he punches out. That's scooped just before it hits the ground, and that's 3 away. Now the top of the 9th. The Moonstars need a lot. They need 14 points to tie the game.
Now
If my
batting,
math is correct.
Number 10, the catcher.
And I think it is. Lackey Lester's up first. Baseman is wanting to make this a 3-up, 3-down, but you never get what you want. So he's going to send the first one in. That does catch him swinging. Strike number 1. Here's the second one. Off the plate, ball number 1. He's going to get a piece of that. That goes out to first. Kurt picks that up, sends it off to first anyways. So that's a base hit. So there's 1 runner
Now
on.
batting, number 44, the shortstop.
And Part comes up. The Beer Keggers need some defense here. The first one drops in for a strike. That's going to be a little bit on the outside for ball number 1. There's a steal. It gets tipped, so that the steal is not going to be a problem for Barbarian with his sore arm. They're stealing again. Well, Beer's going the wrong way. He's going to react to the steal. Balls picks that up, sends it off to third. And now we got split runners, first and third. No outs.
The pitcher.
Mick Wells didn't want to hit, so they put in Buff. Baseman selects his pitch. Okay, that looked like a strike, but whatever. That one's off the plate. That's definitely ball number 2. That caught him swinging. Let's see what this is. Probably going to be a homer. Nope. Well, Beer dives for it again. Doesn't quite make it. Oh, and Motter can't pick it up. He just misses that. Sends it out to second. And that's 2 runs scored now. So with 12 runs behind needed to tie the game, once again, it looks like the Beer Keggers defense is starting to break down. Here's a pitch from Baseman. Beer tries for that. He obviously can't make that. Sends it off to third. Split runners again.
Now
As the blonde bomber,
the second baseman.
2 for 5 today, is back up. No outs. 2 runners on. He's going to punch that up. That's going over Beer's head. That drops in. Reliable dives for it. Spending all that time. Balls picks it up, sends it to third. And it's not even getting close to home plate in time.
Now batting,
So that's 2 more
number
runs scored.
23, the
So that
left
12-point deficit, 14-point deficit is starting to catch up. Now they're 10 behind with no outs. That's going to be on the inside, ball number 1. That goes down the line, foul. Swings at that one, that's also going foul. So now we're 1 and 2 with no outs. Okay, somehow. That's out number 1. Sidewinder makes it there.
Now
Tags him out at first.
number
So we
16,
finally have an
the
out.
right
A runner on third. Oh, baseman picks it up, sends it to first. That's going to be his 2 away.
Now batting, number 47.
The Moonstars
the third
have
baseman.
1 out remaining to get 10 runs, which is entirely possible on the Beer Keggers the way their defense is currently playing. That's going to be inside for ball number 1. That gets tipped out, foul over third. That's going to be 1 and 1. 2 away. Runner on third. That's going to get tipped up in the air. And it looks like Dirty Kurt's going to be there first. He pulls that in for out number 3. And the winner of this game is the Beer Keggers. So as they play the Moonstars at home, they wipe them out 12-22, although you never knew if they're going to catch up or not. Here's our stats on the day. 2 homers, 22 runs, 59 at-bats. We had 2 pitchers on the day. Chris Dirtbagger started it. We made an error thinking his arm was worn out, but that was the catcher's. So baseman came in and finished off the game. The top 3 of the game, Sidewinder Kapowie is number 1. Darren Big Sauce comes in at number 2. And Gus Gustafson, the Blonde Bomber's brother, is in number 3 of the game. So as we go into the season, the Platypi is playing the Blowfish. The Blowfish are going to win. The Nemesis and the Bay Wolves. So far, the Nemesis are going to, they're going to win it. The Buzzards and the Crocs are playing. So far, nothing, and the Crocs are way ahead. The Crocs win that one. The Overdog and the Sawteeth go to the Sawteeth. The Beer Keggers are up next. They're going to be at the Moose, who are 9 and 7. The Beer Keggers 16 and 1. The starting pitcher is going to be Jeanette Dreyer, who's scheduled to start, facing Rhiannon Cannon. So stay tuned next time, sports fans, as the Beer Keggers have 1 more game to go of regular season. So game number 18 is next. We'll see you in the next one.